All right, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing a beer from the Stone Brewing Company, and they're out of both Escondido, California, and Richmond, Virginia, and this is their Viking Space Probe. So they are calling this one an unfiltered double IPA that comes in at 8.5% alcohol by volume, 80 IBUs in the time of review. This can is approximately 1 month old. So I picked this one up because it was in the cooler of a local bottle shop of mine, and I haven't reviewed anything from Stone in about 3 months or so. And I was like, you know what? Sounds pretty good. It's quite fresh. Let's give it a go. And it was right next to their Never Ending Haze, which is a 4% like New England style session IPA. And a lot of people have been digging that one, and I didn't realize that. So I would have picked that one up probably over this one, but I'm always going to go double IPA over session IPA. And again, this one was a bit fresher than that one. So I grabbed it. Now they have a little bit of story time here on the back, but I'm not going to read it because it's Stone and it's quite long. But basically they're using Ella and Citra hops, and they're also using Belgian Candi sugar as well. So quite interesting. Yeah, pretty fresh. Like I said, about a month old. Let's crack it open, get it into glass, see what we got going on. So I haven't had an IPA from Stone in a while, and that's pretty much what they're known for. And the beers that I've drank from them over the years have been pretty much hop forward goodness. So I'm pretty excited to get in this one and see what we got going on here. 8.5%, 80 IBUs. I'm picturing a pretty big, pungent, bold hop kind of bomb with some nice bitterness. So yeah, that actually pours out like a hazy. That is this like really deep orange, almost slightly rust colored. Kind of looks like orange juice, honestly, but maybe a bit darker. Has about a 3/4 of a finger of this off-white, creamy looking head to it. Very murky and turbid. Yeah, that looks like a New England style double IPA. It says unfiltered, so makes sense. Let's get a nose. Wow, that's nice. A lot of like overripened, stinky kind of fruit. And I know that sounds terrible when I say it, but like overripened pineapple, overripened like a peach, papaya, fleshy fruits, maybe honeydew melon. Nice underlying citrus, straight on orange, big orange juice vibes to this one. Nice dankness as well. But yeah, that stinky it's almost like dank in combination with like a overripened fruit, where it's giving me a nice, really dank, almost stinky kind of aroma. Smells like it's going to be a little bit sweeter, not as bitter as I'm anticipating. But yeah, definitely a hop bomb. A lot of, like I said, overripened fruit, stone and tropical, nice underlying citrus, orange juice, almost like orange juice, like ruby red grapefruit juice kind of quality to it. Dank, stinky, kind of just, resinous in the quality of the hops. Smells pretty good. Let's get into it. Cheers, everybody. Very nice. Yeah, it pretty much carried over. Now on the palate, I will say this right up front. Definitely the overripened fruit, peach, pineapple, candied almost fruit sensation right up front. But as soon as it passed through the palate, there's a lot going on mid-palate for me anyway. Let me just take one more sip before I want to get it right. Yeah, so over that overripened fruit up front kind of hits, and it's kind of mixing with a sweeter like malt base that's kind of like bready, biscuity, almost like honey drizzled. I've said this before, like honey drizzled papaya, honey drizzled honeydew melon, right up front. But that kind of dissipates as mid-palate, that zesty citrus fruit kind of hits. Orange juice, sure, but more of like an orange zest, a ruby red grapefruit zest, very zesty citrus mid-palate. And then also the dankness kicks in. And there's a really nice dank herbaceous quality to this one mid-palate. As it continues on, the sweetness kind of stays with you throughout the entire drink. So on the palate, the sweetness is there. It's like I won't even say it's omnipresent. It's definitely present. And you can tell. And it just sticks with you. It's underlying, but it's there. But on the back of the palate, there's a nice mild to moderate bitterness, more approaching moderate, that kind of cuts it. And there's also a semi-dry finish that also cuts it from probably the alcohol, because I'm getting a bit of alcohol stringency. That's the one thing deterring me a little bit from saying this is a awesome beer. There's a little bit more of a alcohol stringency that I don't get in a lot of 8.5% IPAs. Mouthfeel on this one, soft, smooth, creamy. This is drinking like a New England style Double IPA. So they say unfiltered. Does Stone not want to say New England style? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, Stone's proud of their West Coast heritage and what making bittering hop bombs that are West Coast style. So I would say this is more in the New England style. It has a approaching moderate bitterness, but like the flavors here and the mouthfeel and everything is telling me this is New England style double IPA. Body for 8.5%, medium, touch over medium, so it's appropriate. Really nice beer. Super easy to drink. Like I said, there's a little bit of alcohol stringency on palate. Here's the crazy thing. This doesn't happen too often. I'm getting the alcohol in the palate. No warming in the chest, no warming in the stomach. Usually it's opposite. Like a lot of times it'll be like there's no astringency on the palate, but in the, in my chest and in my stomach, it's definitely a warming. It's the opposite. No warming. Chest, stomach, no warming. Palate, definitely there. So really weird. Yeah, I don't think this is amazing, mind-blowing, but for a shelfy beer, a beer that most of you can pick this up off the shelf if you get Stone locally, which most places in the U.S., most states, you can get Stone stuff. Yeah, I mean, this is a good shelfie. So I have no problems giving a Viking Space Probe from Stone high 4 out of 5. I'm going to go 4.1 out of 5. I think it's really good. What's stopping it from giving a... I think the flavors here are 4 for me. Like straight 4 out of 5 flavors, right? But the reason I'm only giving a little bit over 4 is because the mouthfeel is great. I think the mouthfeel is fantastic. And, so I think I got to bump it up to 4.1. Now, to jump into the 4.25, I would need the alcohol stringency to not be here. And I'd also like a little bit more from the body. And I think I would also like just a little bit more intensity overall, because I think the aroma screamed right off the rip when I got my nose in there, but the taste isn't as vibrant as the nose. So to get a 4.25, definitely cut the alcohol stringency and maybe make it a little bit more vibrant overall. But as is, 4.1 out of 5, really good beer from Stone. And yeah, I got to drink some more Stone here on the channel, whether it's IPAs or anything else they brew, because, I cut my teeth with Stone. It's one of those breweries that anytime they would release a new beer going back 5, 6, 7 years ago, I would definitely grab every single week. And now I'm grabbing their beers once every 2 or 3 months. Definitely need to grab more. So I think I still need to grab that Never Ending Haze and give it a review just because so many people liked it, if I can find it fresh. I think that's a seasonal or like a rotating offering, so we will see. I think they actually wanted feedback on whether or not they should bring it back as year-round. So if they do, I'll definitely review that. But as is, Viking Space Probe. Can I speak today? I did one other review before this, so I'm not even hammered, but I feel like I am. So Viking Space Probe from Stone, 4.1 out of 5. If you've had this one before, let me know what you think about it. Availability, like I said, if you get Stone in your neck of the woods, you should see this. Price point, $3.09 for that can. So I don't remember what 6-pack. I think it came in 6 packs, and I think the 6 packs were around $18. That's, I mean, it's a 12-ounce can for $3. Yeah, I mean, you take that and put it in, say 4 packs of 16-ounce pounders. I think it would be like $4 a can, and that's kind of the going rate, right? Like $4.50. I mean, this is a good beer. It is a good beer. So availability is great. Price point, pretty solid. If you've had this one before, definitely let me know what you think about it. It's, like I said, a relatively new offering from them. By the time you see this, the review will probably be about a week old or so. So this can and whatever, I don't know how, if they do a bunch of different batches, so you might be able to get fresher cans. But if they don't, they just did one run of this, by the time you see this review, probably be about 5 weeks old. I think this will hold up for another 2 to 4 weeks for sure. Definitely. And on the bottom here, let me make sure. Enjoy by 5/6/20. So they're saying that you should be able to enjoy this by early May. I wouldn't go that far, but I will say that if you grab this in, say, mid to late February or early March, you should be fine. And I think you should enjoy it because I'm enjoying it. Then again, we all don't have the same palates and whatever. I don't know. Mess of a fucking review. But I will say this. It's a good beer. I'll enjoy it. I'm going to go drink the rest of this one. So I appreciate everybody stopping by. To the next one. Cheers.